in September, the Colts lost their last matchup against the Texans. Can Houston sweep the series? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And some space here. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applied. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Wentz's throw taken in by Pascal. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. From the 17, Wentz. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
3rd down and goal now. This Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Hutchins. Open is Powell. That's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with a final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
You're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Hines. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and going. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied. This one taken just inside the 10. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. On 1st down, Wentz. Taken in by Pascal out left. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday. 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Hutchins.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago.
5 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Powell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Hutchins. Touchdown! Elijah Mitchell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy, but let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in his first half.
Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. Or maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. To throw on 2nd down.
Hutchins, he's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Hutchins. Powell on the catch. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wentz to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. The Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. How about this? They'll try the option, left side.
Whoa!
It still won't go down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Wentz now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Wentz.
They'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Let's go, come on! One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Wentz.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now Wentz.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On play action, Wentz.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
We got it. We got it.
Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offense. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Janoris Robinson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown.
McPherson on for the point after.
It's good, and it's 21-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on. But part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice because the speed, the ferocity, the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get at the quarterback that you may not have seen on film. All that is different. You can practice it as much as you want to. You can even insert smaller, faster guys at positions that show that the speed's going to be quicker. But until the whistle blows and you play for real, it's just not the same.
And not as easy to implement on game day. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now the Colts get to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Wentz now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
On first down, Hutchins.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Hutchins. And incomplete on the deep ball. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Hutchins. And this is going to be incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
And the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing is Wentz.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From midfield, here's Wentz.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 24. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, they had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. Some of the best games of the weekend come in that 1 o'clock Eastern window, one of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Good game to follow in the late afternoon window as well, one being in Atlanta, where it'll be the Falcons taking on the Green Bay Packers. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cincinnati Bengals. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first two quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Hutchins. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Back to throw. Hutchins. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go down the field and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Shotgun now for Wentz. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. From the gun, it's Wentz. Caught here by Griffin.
7 yards the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Again, it's Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more.
And finally taken down at the 15.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, Wentz. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Throwing now is Wentz. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Janoris Robinson
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Hutchins. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Off the play fake, Hutchins. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
99 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Taken in by Pascal out left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down now, it's Taylor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, it's Hines. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Going to try and throw on 3rd. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter.
And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. They had a little setback there on first down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
Here's Taylor again.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Colts have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
So here we go. The Colts will go for 2. Wentz going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Hutchins. And his throw is incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Hutchins.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the 27, Wentz. Flush to his right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd and 8 coming up. Running left, Taylor.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Here's Wentz to throw. And he'll find Pittman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. To throw is Wentz. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Wentz to throw again.
He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Wentz gonna throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Janoris Robinson bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. Wentz now on 3rd and goal.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end.
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Well, they were successful in one sense. They completed the pass, but still leads them to a tough 4th down situation, doesn't it?
It does, and the deficit more than 3 here at a 1-score game. So the field goal, not their ideal situation. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Back to throw. Hutchins. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Mitchell. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On second down now, it's Mitchell, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Houston, they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they dip to 5-11 now on the year. And they will look to turn it around next time out.